Welcome back to Fox Body Garage Update.
Hey everybody, welcome back, Fox Body Garage. The update on the 4-cylinder to 8-cylinder swap, fuel injected. Check it out. We got some good information, some bad information. Anyway, this is what we're up against. I put the motor in the car. Let's back up. Let's start from the beginning. All right. I put the motor in the car. I had the wrong water pump on, as you could see. Okay. While I was waiting for the water pump from, LMR, I said, let me try to start the car and see what happens. I went in the car. I turned the key, and I had no fuel pump and no fuel pump prime. From what I hear and know, this is pretty common. A lot of people struggle with it, and I understand why, because I struggled with it too. It took me a day to figure this out. Only because when you do the swap and you use the V8 harness, right? Goes in here. This is the V8 engine harness. It goes in here. Comes around, feeds all the injectors and all the engine sensors, TPS, IAC motor, EGR, coolant temperature sensor, air intake sensor. Also, it has the wire for the AC, etc. So it's the engine harness with the ECU, which was from a VA car donor car, which I'm sure you guys have seen in the video before, okay? But I never removed or used the V8, I guess you could call it body harness, that goes in the car. So that harness and the V8 harness, yeah, they plug and play. This is the 4-cylinder harness side right here. This side, it goes down into the car. This is the V8 side harness. Yeah, the plugs plug and play, but it doesn't operate the fuel pump. It doesn't operate the EAC. So you have to integrate the 4-cylinder harness to the V8 harness, okay? For certain things, like the headlight harness and the alternator harness, okay? So that's one issue you're gonna have. If you take the V8 harness and you plug it in for the headlight harness, it was doing, I don't know if it's all this car, my build, caused a lot of problems. The headlights worked, the signals worked, but the marker lights, the driving lights would stay on. As soon as you turn the key, the yellow marker lights would stay on. So I had to cut up the harness and figure out which pin goes where back to the ECU. Here's the spaghetti, okay? We no longer need this. I already situated the harness for the headlight and the hazards and the turn signals. I made one harness out of two and got it to work, okay? So that's cool. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. That's garbage. Then back to the fuel pump, okay? Like I said, I would turn the key on, and I was getting no fuel pressure, no prime, no fuel pressure, no prime, and I was hot on all the injectors and the mass air. So here's the diagram. I highlighted it. Which one is this? This is the V8 4-cylinder. So the 4-cylinder harness is almost the same which is from the pin 22 on the 60 pin connector, goes to one side of the fuel pump. That's the coil side, okay? The other side of the coil of the fuel pump relay goes to the inertia switch and back to the and out to the inertia switch to red, which is the injectors and the mass air. The problem with from 4-cylinder to the 8-cylinder one is you're missing the signal ground from the computer 22 to turn on the fuel pump relay, and also pin 37, which is not on the 4-cylinder harness, it's on the V8 harness, which is right here, V8. So it is pin 37 right here. You see, I have it highlighted. That goes up, 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 orange, black, to the control side of the EEC power relay, the control side. So in other words, the fuel pump relay coil side controls, as you can see, I can't do holding the camera to show you. Yes, I can. Look. This is the coil side of the fuel pump relay, and this here is the control side, or the load side. That controls the, let me back it up, hold on. Okay, the EEC relay, you turn the ignition switch on, right? Ignition switch, you turn it on. It makes up the coil because it's going to ground. So this, you turn the key, this becomes hot. When this becomes hot, this relay on this side is supposed to close. This here is hot all the time. So you got 12 volts on this side and 12 volts from here from the ignition switch when you turn it on. Once you turn it on, it triggers this relay, okay, and sends the voltage down, down, down to pin 37. Once pin 37 gets hot, this whole line closes, and then this side of the relay comes down, and it goes to pin 19. Once that happens, you should have the fuel pump in a normal V8 harness. The problem is, this harness from the V8 and this harness from the 4-cylinder, they weren't communicating, they weren't integrating with each other. And that happens through the plugs here. So what I did was I had to ohm out all the wires to find out which one controls which and put a jumper. But I didn't put no jumper here. I went to the ECU. Okay. I went to the ECU. I don't know if it's dark now. I'm not going to be able to see. Can you get me a light over there, Sal? The flashlight above? You see it up there? To the left. Up. Yep, the black one. The black one. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it down. Pull it. There you go. Bring it over here. I got my little helper today, thank God.
Yeah.
He's a gem. That's it. Shine us in the face. My little helper. All right, back to what I was saying. So instead of me going crazy and looking for that, what I did was I put, if I could get the light to stay. How's that? Is that good or bad? That's all right. There, that's better. So pin 22 from here, I took it and I ran it under and directly to one side of the fuel pump relay. Bang. Then we needed the wire 37, which was the other 3757, which is this red one right here. So this is pin 22. This is pin 22. This is pin 37. So I ran the two wires from here back to the computer, and bingo, works perfect. I don't know if I have the battery connected, but it works perfect. So that's how I cured that problem. So now that harness and the V8 harness and the 4-cylinder harness now communicate with the ECU. Works perfect. I got fuel pump. Now to get the car running, we still need the air charge tube for the mass air, which I have the mass air right here. I checked all the wiring to make sure everything was hot and what it's supposed to do, and it does. I put fuel pressure gauge, and we get 40 pounds of fuel pressure, and it holds perfectly. So those fittings from Russell Fittings that we used, can you see them down there? I showed you in the last video. They're down there somewhere. There they go. The blue and red work. They don't leak. They hold pressure. Bingo. Beautiful. So I was waiting on the fuel pump, on the water pump. I got the water pump today. So let's do a mail time. Here's my daughter, my beautiful helper. So let's do mail time, honey. Go ahead, put that box over here.
Okay. This is Mom.
That's your mother's box? Oh, okay. We almost did mail time and opened up my wife's box. So we got these boxes. Let's see what we got in them. We should have a water pump, hopefully. 79 stock flow water pump, okay? Let's see. Stock flow water pump. Let's see what we got. Oh no. Chevrolet pump. AC Delco. Oh boy. We'll be throwing this one in the garbage. Anyway, here's the part number. AC Delco pump kit. They work. I don't care if it's made by Chevrolet, GM. It don't matter to me. I put on what works. Hopefully it's going to work and be the right one. And what do we got in here? Let's see. I don't even know. This should be the air charge. Sorry for the shaky camera, guys. I'm doing this, you know, on a wing and a prayer. What do we got here? We have hardware kit and something else. I don't even know. We got a box, a package, and a package again, guys. Package and a package. We bought a stock, brand new radiator. We use the stock fan. Let's see if I can get this open, one-handed. Bear with me, guys. Sorry for the camera angles and stuff. For the next build, I'm probably just going to get a new camera. The one that gets bolted to your head. A GoPro, I think they call it, or whatever. This way I don't have to hold it. I can work with two hands. Anyway, mail time. What do we got in here? We got goodies. Okay. We got the hardware, clamps, nipples. We got a black pipe. Feels like garbage. But what do you want? It is what it is. We got the other one. Black Scratched up already from the thing. Beautiful, nice. You pay for brand new stuff, you get stuff scratched. That's great. What's in here? I'll never know. Package inside a package inside a package. What do we got? Oh, the filter, the cone filter. All right, so you got that. This. Put the mass air meter together with the couplers, and we should be good to go. So hopefully tomorrow after work, I'm gonna come, put it together, put the radiator, put the fan, put the Chevrolet water pump, AC Delco pump. Let's make sure it's the right one before, like AutoZone did, they gave us the wrong one. The holes, oh look, they gave us a gasket, that's nice of them. And the backing plate should be a round hole. And it is, a round hole, perfect. So LMR again, they give you the right stuff. They take a little while with the shipping if you do like a standard shipping. Usually standard shipping takes like 3 days. They take 4 or 5 days because they want you to pay for the 2-day shipping, which is like crazy, extra $30. So once again, the round hole is the correct one, and the oval or whatever you want to call it, if you get a pump like this, it don't work on the timing chain. It leaks. Brand new pump. So what I could do is take this and put it there and have a spare one. But the AC Delco pump should be a better pump. Let's see, is it better than the AutoZone junk? Let's see. They're probably both made in China, so what's the difference? But whatever. Whoa, we almost lost it. Almost lost it. What's that one? That one's... No, that one looks like a better... The AC Delco looks like a better product. Thank God. Because I don't want to do this again. That's AutoZone. Look, this is still cast. This is nice and shiny, so. What does that say? I thought it said made in China. I was really going to laugh. So that's the story. That's the update. This car is gonna fire. Will it start? That's another story. But I checked the coil and I get spark, because when I was cranking I forgot to put the thing and the shit was sparking. So I know the coil's good. I know the motor's got compression because we just re-ringed it, bearings, everything, put it all together, ported the heads, all that. So I know that's all good. I know we got fuel pressure because it holds to 40. So, we're ready to go. Like I said, intake tube, mass air meter, fender with the filter, water pump, and we're ready to go. We're ready to fire it. So stay tuned. Next video should be the one. So, God bless. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, dislike, whatever you want to do is fine with me. Until the next video update, have a great night, a better tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.